Hi guys, it's Stephen Hollywood from Stephen Hollywood Presents. This is just a quick introduction to a collection of videos I've done with WWE superstars, interviews. I've got Mason Ryan on here, I've got Paul London, and I've got Chris Hero. These are all former WWE stars. I want to give a big shout out to Bill Apter on this and thank him for his nice comments that he said regarding my videos. And this is kind of a sample for his benefit, to show him some of the work that I can do. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you soon.
Hi guys, it's Boys on Tour, Stephen Hollywood, and we're very, very privileged to be with Mason Ryan. Mason, first first of all, how have you found tonight? How have you found it working with the future?
It was brilliant actually, yeah. Getting here was a bit of a nightmare. It took me nearly 6 hours to get here today because of traffic or whatever, but it was worth every mile, and I do it every day. Yeah, the crowd wasn't the biggest in the world, but they were into everything. They were a great crowd, so yeah, I enjoyed literally every second I was here tonight. So. And there's a great bunch of lads as well, so it always makes it better.
And if you don't mind me asking, how do you find it being in the independence as opposed to being in the
Different. Start off with, you know, each has its pros and its cons. You know, obviously I had an amazing time with WWE. I was there for 4 and a bit years. You know, and I travelled the world and got to be on pay-per-views and got to entertain thousands of people all over the world. You know, and made a decent living doing it as well. You know, so I got treated like a superstar, which was great. But at the same time, schedule could be demanding at times. You know, and you know, don't get me wrong, I enjoy being away, but you know, now I get a little bit more time to do other stuff and sort of here in Wales, for example, in the UK, I'm back home in Wales with my parents, and you know, I've got 3 grandparents still alive, so I can get to see them every day. I literally go and see them, you know. So you know, and being on the independent circuit as well, I'm my own boss, so it's up to me what direction I go and stuff like that, you know, because obviously with WWE they have directions for everyone and their ideas for everyone. It's kind of up to me, you know, and it's interesting to me now as well, more than ever, that I have to deal with promoters and, you know, work on my own branding and everything else like that. So it's, you know, both has its plus sides, and no, I'm just really enjoying myself at the moment, to be honest with you.
Well, thank you very much for your time, really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
For the fans especially that come here to Future, you've travelled all that time.
Yeah.
And you've still turned up. You've
all
not
right.
said, oh no, I'm not coming, I'm better than that. No, that's not you.
Alright, no,
really appreciate that. So
you're welcome.
Fans, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For
Thanks
Boys
for
on
having
Tour,
me.
Stephen Hollywood.
Guys, it's Stephen Hollywood. We are with Paul London. At the minute he's giving everybody a hug. And look at where he's going to collapse.
Bring it in.
And he's getting some as well.
Feel the synergy.
Hang on. He's giving hugs to everybody. He's got to give Hollywood a hug.
I will both stab him. I wouldn't do it. I crush it here.
I've got a bad back. Yes, it's okay, don't worry.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Guys, we're with Paul London. Paul, thank you so much for taking the time to have a word with us.
My pleasure.
How did you enjoy tonight?
I loved it. You know, like, I just found out about this show 2 days ago, and so, yeah, when, because I was originally supposed to do ICW, and then their shows went awry. So, fortunately, Southside stepped in and was like, we'd love to have you if you can make it. Jetted over here from Carlisle. First time I drove on the opposite side of the road. I'm getting better at it. And then I find out I'm wrestling Chris Hero, and you know, my mind just starts racing because it was our first time ever in the ring together. We did a tag match in PWG years ago when he was teaming with Claudio. It was me and El Generico here, it's him and Claudio. But that was the only time I really had been in the ring with Chris. And so to be able to do it one-on-one, you know, it's like as a performer and as a professional, you get to where you really kind of, you want to test yourself. You know, even though I might appear that I'm on the downswing of things, so to speak, it doesn't mean that I don't like to see where I'm at and test myself. And who better to test myself than Chris Hero? Because in my estimation, he can pretty much do everything. You know, especially the wrestling. And his wrestling is so smooth. He's just such a technician. So for me, I'm really pleased with how everything came out. I mean, it's a real feather in the cap for me. Even though I lost, and believe me, that elbow doesn't feel wonderful. Yeah, I was hoping he would have fixed my TMJ, actually. But he's fantastic. He's utterly fantastic. The fans were I just love him. I love being here. I'm hoping to actually come back in May. Yeah, so I've already been talking about coming back in May. So it'll give me a chance to kind of rehab a little bit and come back and give y'all an even better show. So who knows? Hopefully Chris and I could team. We'd have a rematch or something.
I don't think anybody wrong with that. You've definitely still got it.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You've definitely still got it. I'm looking at champions here tonight. Who in your mind is someone that stood out for you on tonight's roster?
Well, to be honest with you, I'd never actually seen Uha before until tonight. So, like, he's obviously vastly impressive. I've seen Ligero. Ligero's impressive, always. Kirby's awesome. I'm actually a big Pete Dunne fan. I wrestled against him.
You just cheered Webby on.
Yeah, I wrestled. I had a tag match against him and Mark Andrews in Pittsburgh, of all places. Not this past October, but a year ago, 2013 October. And I wrestled him. And when I saw Pete, because I saw him yesterday for Kamikaze, I was just like, oh my god, like he's really developed. And so then when I saw some of his match in the tag today, and everyone in that match was impressive. I mean, to be honest with you, everyone from what I saw stood out, and you could tell from the crowd noise. But I know who else, but Pete Dunne he's really getting there. The kid in the first match with the red and the mustache.
Tyler Bates.
Jesus, I just found out that kid was like 17. Doesn't wear knee pads, so I'm already a fan of that, because it's like the old school grappler kind of. That kid's phenomenal. That kid, I guess, he's got an amazing future.
The next Southside show, he's actually fighting Chris Hero.
That's what Chris was saying to me. So, because actually Chris and I were watching that match earlier, and he pointed out to me that the kid was 17, like this and this and this, and wow, that kid. I mean, it's like I tell anybody though that's really in wrestling. How, as far as you go, is really up to you. It entails a certain level of sacrifice to leave your comfort zone, maybe leave your home area, really go out there and go where you can go to get the most exposure and to get the better matches or whatever you feel like you really ultimately need to do. It's going to require sacrifice. But to see such young talent that not only takes care of their in-ring work, but that takes care of their physiques, I think that's really important. You know what I mean? Because it's not just about the ring, it's what you do outside of the ring as well. But that kid, you said it was Tyler Bates? Tyler Bates. Yeah, I mean, they're phenomenal. And his legs are like twice the size of mine. I'm sitting here thinking, like, I'm twice this kid's age. But he's, wow.
Quick.
Yeah, so I'm excited because I know that 5 years down the road when he's a big star, I'll be like, oh, I saw that kid when he was 17. And but really, Southside they've got a real magical thing going here. They really have an eye for talent. And I'm just happy to be a part of it, really. I'm stoked.
It's been really, really good talking with you. If you could do me one little personal favor.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Gavin Knox, who do the show Boys on Tour, we also have a little co-host, my daughter, she's 7. We call her Little Miss Hollywood. Could you say a little hello to Little Miss Hollywood, please?
Yeah, Little Miss Hollywood.
Little Miss Hollywood.
Yeah, hey darling, this is the Intrepid Traveler and your hero of the prophecy, Paul London. And you're Little Miss Hollywood. I can't wait to meet you finally. Bye.
Thank you very much. One day. It's been a pleasure, Paul London.
Yeah,
Thank
pleasure.
You. For Boys on Tour, Stephen Hollywood. For Boys on Tour, I'm Stephen Hollywood, and I'm privileged to say I've got an interview with the one and only Chris Hero. Chris, thank you for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Chris, what do you think of Southside?
Oh, I love it. This is my 3rd Southside show in 3 different venues, 3 different opponents, from Mastiff and Styx, and now London. It's just an awesome experience. Great wrestling, great fans.
It's been a fantastic show today. You and Paul, we worked really, really well together.
Yeah, he's very talented. A lot of people, he has little hiatuses every now and again where he disappears for a little while, but he always comes back 100%. He's awesome. It's a pleasure.
And Also, I want to talk about talented wrestlers. There's a lot of talent on the card today. Anyway, who stood out for you today?
There's a kid I'm actually wrestling. This guy. I'm wrestling this guy next
Young
week.
Tyler Bate by the chance.
And I believe he was, when I had my first match, I believe he was 1 year old.
Really?
Yeah, so I think next week I'm going to break him into half, and then each half will be like 8.5 years old. So
It's a job.
yeah, just snap him in half. Maybe even rip his mustache off.
Yeah. Tyler's mustache. We love the talent. Is anybody else that's stood out for you there?
Man, Styx is fantastic, man. He's a big bruiser, big tall guy. Obviously, Uha, I know he's not a British wrestler, but Uha is somebody I'd love to wrestle one day. I've not had the opportunity yet. Lagero is always talented, has been around for a long time. Just top to bottom, the whole card stacked with talented wrestlers.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the support.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. The boys on tour, Steve.